Happy Monday. It looks like we're about a minute out from actually getting started here with Mentorship Monday. Surprise, surprise. Let me know when you get here and come on and say hi. I'm excited to see you today. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I've got some good stuff that I am going to share with you today. Some tips from the top, from some top leaders. I get to share a handful of things with you, but I want to see some comments. I want to see if we've got some people on. Do you over there? Do you see anybody on yet? Okay, because it's not showing me. Are there any comments?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
they're not populating here, so I'm just going to believe that you're there. I'm going to believe that you're interacting, but I cannot see anything just yet on my screen. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Send that last minute message to your team members and make sure that they hop on here today. For those of you who I haven't had a chance to meet yet, my name is Aspen Emry, and I'm the CEO and founder of this company alongside of my husband, Brent. We love what we get to do here at Bravenly. Hard to believe it's been 3.5 years that we've been creating this wonderful community alongside so many of you. So let me know where you're tuning in from, because I can't see the comments now, but I will look after. And then also I'm going to give you an action step today. Don't let me forget that when we get to the end, because I'm going to give away a free product today. We're going to give away a free product of your choice. So you'll actually be able to let us know what product it is that you want. So make sure you're on here live. Make sure you're on here live telling us where you're tuning in from, and wait for that action step. So we've got incredible things in store for you in August. Here we are rounding out summer. I know so many people have kids going back to school as early as, I think some people even started last week. And I hear many, many people saying they've got kids starting this week. If that's you, my mama heart is with you. I know what that is like to send those kiddos off to school, but we have already started so fast this month and so strong. Enrollments are going crazy. Customers are reordering. They absolutely love the products. And of course, just watching that big start to the month. I was telling someone on the 2nd of August, I said the 1st was the biggest first day we've ever had. And I know you've heard me say that before, but my goodness, it's so fun to see people launch really, really big. And so make sure if you're new, you are on Bravenly Home, not our main website, but that you get to Bravenly Home, and that you get to make sure you go through those first 15 days of onboarding, and you get to see what it looks like to get started with Bravenly, and so you don't miss anything. Today, what I want to share with you, this is called Mentorship Monday, and every Monday we go live here. It's usually our vice president of field development or a top leader in our company, and we go live in this group, in this Facebook page that we've created for every team in Bravenly. We go live and we share different tips and different ways that you can build your business, whether it's how to maximize your check, whether it's customer retention, whether it's scripts or things that you could say to people who are maybe looking at Bravenly as you're wanting to know if they're open to what we're doing. So you're going to want to make sure to mark down every Monday to come in this page, in this group, and check out what's happening, because we want to make sure we're always adding value. Part of what I get to do here at Bravenly, and after 18 plus years in the industry, is I get to spend a lot of time with people at the beginning of their business, at the middle of their journey in network marketing, and also the top leaders that we have in our company and in other companies, but specifically in Bravenly. And I get to pick their brain. I get to ask them those questions about what's the difference maker? What are some of the things that you do? And I get to observe some of those patterns and those behaviors. And I know when I'm talking to newbies or people that have been in this business for a month or 2 or 3, they want to know, what is the difference between where I'm at and where I want to go? What is that person doing who's making X amount of dollars a month? What are they doing that I'm not doing? And oftentimes it's a matter of time and consistency, activity. But I want to share a few things with you today. So if you're a note taker like I am, I want to share a few things today that I have seen over the years that do set those top earners apart. And whatever top earner means to you, I'm thinking of people who are at the tippity top of the income charts, making that replacement income. As we know, we don't guarantee a certain amount of income at Bravenly. We have an income disclosure statement that talks about what it looks like to earn at Bravenly. And of course, we give you the tools. But I did want to know, what is the difference? What are the other differences between people who are making that life-changing, that replacement income, and those who maybe aren't there yet, or those who aren't sure if they see that for themselves? So if you're taking notes, I'm going to share some of these with you. So the number one habit that I see in successful top leaders is they've removed from themselves the option to quit. You might have heard me say that before, but it was a pivotal moment for me as a brand new person in my first company. This was over 18 years ago. I was about the equivalent rank of director, which we have here at Bravenly, director, about 2,500 in volume. And I remember sitting in an event and having someone say, remove from yourself the option to quit. I'd never heard it worded that way, but it struck me that if I remove that as my way out, as I remove that as a plan B or C or D, or I put some sort of time limit of, I'll give this 90 days or I'll give this 120 days. If I just remove the option and just say, success is the only option, being able to build this and achieve my dreams. It might mean that there's some bumps along the way. It may mean that there are some tough things that happen in that process. But if I don't give myself an option to give it to the end of the year, give it to March, give it to the end of the month, then I will figure this out. I need to be coachable. I need to grow. I need to be willing to maybe get comfortable with being uncomfortable, but there is no other option. And that was powerful for me, guys. I know if I hadn't even, I could end this right now. If that's like, I could literally just say, just remember that. Just remember that, because if you remove that option, then you'll go to Bravenly Home and you'll go through the onboarding, you'll look through the steps, you'll get into breakthrough group, you'll learn about products, you'll learn how to talk to people, and you'll be willing to do the things, okay? But I see that in people all the time that are at the top of success in this industry and in this company, is they are laser focused and they don't talk about their next thing or their way out of this, or what they're going to do if it doesn't work, because they don't even think about it not working. How cool is that? It's simple, but it's really profound, isn't it? The second thing that I see so often, all the time, let's just be real, all the time with top leaders, is their consistent activity when they don't even feel like it, on the days when it's easier not to. Okay, I know what that feels like. There are days in all of our lives where it's like, oh, I'm just not feeling it today, or I'm a little frustrated, or yesterday there were a lot of no's, or I'm exhausted, or the last few messages that I sent or invites that I sent, I couldn't get anybody on the way Bravenly. But with top leaders, they're not thinking, okay, I don't feel like it today. I'm just going to pick days when it feels exciting and when I want to do it. And it doesn't mean you don't want to try to keep an excitement about your business. If you're struggling day after day, not feeling excited, well, that's when you need to get to an event, reach out to an upline, and preferably an upline who you know is going to speak life and belief into you. Sometimes that's your sponsor and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it may be a sideline that just needs to remind you of that it's worth it to keep going and to build and to stay focused and excited. But that consistency is so key. And it's consistency in the right things. Inviting people to a Why Bravenly, inviting them to the Bravenly Insiders group to learn about the business, tag them in the videos there, okay? Inviting them to the breakthrough group and tagging them in some posts about products they might be curious about, consistent posting on social, sending messages, asking people. That's the A in our AT3 system. If you're not familiar with that, make sure you go through the onboarding, making the ask. Are you open to taking a look at what I'm doing? Are you open to learning a little bit more about that product? I saw you comment on my post. It's that consistency that's a difference maker. And I'm not saying, I also want to be honest, I'm not saying that some top leaders haven't struggled with this before, okay? I'm not saying that they don't often have to renew their commitment to their business and sometimes go, hey, I need to kick my own rear today and get myself back in activity. But across the board, if you look at the activity of top leaders in this industry, who many of you strive to be, they have that consistency. Okay. Another thing that they do really, really well is they build community and connection and relationships. It's not about enrolling someone with a legacy pack for them. Yeah, that's fun and exciting. Okay. And in the comments, if you've enrolled somebody with a launch or a momentum, or let's just say any new brand partner already in August, put that in the comments. I want to see that. Put that in the comments. Congratulations for inviting people to be a part of Bravenly. But they're building community beyond the pack, beyond the enrollment. They don't go, my work is done here, I got the yes. They're getting to know that person. This weekend, an example of that happened. There's lots of ways you can build community, but there were different like team retreats happening. There was one in Houston, and there were some top leaders that were spending time with new and emerging and seasoned leaders, pouring into each other and connecting. If you were at that retreat, I'd love to hear in the comments an aha moment. What is something amazing that you took away from that retreat? The connection, the community, and the relationships are such a part of it. I got to attend a retreat here in Florida this weekend. Some of you may have seen a little bit about that on social because we weathered a bit of a Category 1 hurricane that brought an excessive amount of rain and flooding and power outages and even a fire in the alley behind us. But we got to build community. We got to make memories. I mean, I know that's kind of a silly story, and some of you might be alarmed going, okay, I'm glad everybody's okay. We are too. There was flooding all over the place, but those are also memories. And so it doesn't have to be an expensive, crazy retreat. Sometimes it's going for coffee, it's playing laser tag, or going to an escape room, or it's, doing a sip and sample together and then staying after to put on, those little facial masks and hanging out and watching a fun like documentary together and having a good time. Like there's so many different ways, but it's making a connection with them, learning about their family, spending time with each other is so huge. And so if you're someone who loves the community and relationship part of this, and you've done anything to foster that community and relationship, put that in the comments too. What is something you've done? And it could be small. It could be as simple as sending a Facebook message to people that are maybe not even your personally enrolled, saying, hey, I see you. And oh my goodness, I commenting on posts and letting people know that you care. Because that is one of the focal points of Bravenly, is that people aren't a number here. You are not just a brand partner ID to us. You matter. You're a part of this movement, this community, our commitment, all the things that we set out to do together. We're a family, and that is so important. And so I see that consistently in top leaders. Remember, for those just joining, we're talking about what are those success habits of top leaders. What is the difference maker? So number one, remove from yourself the option to quit. Number two, consistent with activity, even when they don't feel like it. Number three, build community and relationships. Okay, be there for each other through the ups and the downs and lift each other up. They also, number four, leaders don't wait for something to happen. They make it happen. They don't wait for people to start working. They jump in and start working with them. Okay, that's really, really important. Okay, so how is that applicable to you right now? Well, if you've enrolled anyone in the last 30 days, well, even longer than that, but let's just, hone in on the last 30 days. If they have not enrolled their customers, a few customers, and if they have not enrolled a new brand partner yet, don't wait for them to work. Okay, and you might be saying, it's me, hi, it's me, I'm the new brand partner in the last 30 days. That's okay. If it's you and you're new and you've enrolled and you haven't enrolled a customer yet or a brand partner, you can reach out to your sponsor and say, can you come work with me? Can you help me get started? I'm scared, I'm new, or I don't know what to do, but could you help me? I want to take those first steps, okay? But for those of you who have enrolled someone and you're on the other side of it and you're not the newbie, get to work with them, okay? Rather than messaging your upline or sideline going, wow, I enrolled 2 new people, nobody's doing anything, jump in with them. And so many of you do a great job of this, but that's a habit that I see happening with top leaders. That's what they're doing, is they're not waiting for it to happen. They make it happen and get to work with people. Say, hey, I want to come do a sip and social with you. Or I want to do one virtually with you. Let's get in a little chat. Let's do this activity together. There's lots of ideas for that. If you're going, I don't know what to do, but I want to work with people, go to your upline VP or higher and ask them some of those questions. Okay. Number 5. Okay. This is a good one. This is so important. This is mindset related. This is mindset. Okay. I'm going to read what I jotted down here. They understand. So the fifth thing we're going to talk about, successful habits of top leaders. They understand that there are more people who won't join them than who will do this with them. Over the course of your career, okay? Because if you're in this, it might be a side career. It might not be your main career, but if you're going to be here and you remove from yourself the option to quit, and if you're going to be consistent and you're going to create community, and if you're going to go make it happen, okay? Those are 1 through 4. Then it's just accepting the fact that there are more people who are not going to ever do this with you than who will. And that's not defeating. It's actually quite liberating to understand that. So you're not worried or stressing or caring or panicking about who's not joining with you. You detach from the emotion and you're finding out who's joining with you today. Who's ready now for this? Some will join later. They may not be a no forever, okay? It might just not be the right season. That's happened to me before too. But they detach from that emotion and they're looking for who will join today. And they recognize, let's just say over the course of, and I'm just making up these numbers, okay? But for the sake of illustration, think about this. Over the course of X number of years, let's just say you're going to talk to 1,000 people. More of that 1,000 won't end up joining you as a brand partner. Maybe let's just say 100 join you, okay? That's a good number, okay? It's accepting that, because I think sometimes we think if everyone doesn't say yes, that there's something wrong. But leaders understand that. Leaders understand that this is a sorting business, that you're looking for who will join today, who will be a part of it today. And they may join as a customer, which is fantastic. We have tens of thousands of customers at Bravenly, or they may join as an affiliate, or they may join as a brand partner. I say often get them involved and then let them evolve. If they never evolve beyond being a customer, they're going to grow and evolve in the types of products that they're taking here at Bravenly. Maybe they evolve and they have a different relationship with Bravenly and they start as a customer and they move their way through and they become a brand partner. But owning and being okay with the fact that more people won't do this than will, but you're going to get a lot of people who want to do this. They see the timing, they see the positioning, they taste, feel, get the result from the product. They start grasping groupthink. They start looking around going, I'm seeing more and more of Bravenly. I'm in the official Bravenly Breakthrough Group and I'm starting to see results. And I'm seeing that people are getting interested in the business, and people in my network, they're talking about it. Oh my goodness, okay? There will be so many people who join you, but knowing, and leaders know this, that it's okay, that there's going to be a lot of people who don't, and they might wait until later. And then the last thing I was going to just say, and this was just a little note that I put down, and that I think about often in life, is there's 2 ways to look at the time you put into this business and the energy that you put into this business, and in some cases money that you put into this business. Because let's be real, if you are someone who's out traveling to sip in socials, you got to put gas in your car, and you often bring some samples with you. But there's the perspective of looking at it as investment versus sacrifice. And I just know that I had a pivotal moment in my business specifically years and years ago when I realized that yes, there was time away. My boys were, under 6 and under when I was building heavily in this industry. And then obviously they got older, 7 and under, 8 and under, but I had 4 boys that were very, very young when I was building. And of course I took them with me and spent time with them, and they got to go on the road with mom, and they got to see what it looked like to watch parents who were entrepreneurs, pour their heart and soul into something for the bigger picture and the bigger impact. But when I really started recognizing that I was investing time into my business, investing time and energy and you know, whether it was finances, whatever it is, it did make a huge difference, because sacrifice can be a good thing, but if all I was viewing that was giving up, giving up, giving up, giving up, it starts to wear on you. But when I reframed that and realized, like, I'm making an investment in myself, you know, I'm making an investment in my business to, you know, do personal development or to go do this activity, it just was a mind shift for me. And as I look at some of these things today, it's super clear to see that for the most part with leaders, a lot of it comes down to they have their mindset where they know that they're in the right place, in the right industry, in the right company, with the right products, that it's worth it to stay the course. It's worth it to continue with the activity. And it's the mindset that is that first shift that needs to happen for people, right? And so for you, I don't know what that thing is for you. If it's that mindset of just knowing and borrowing some of our belief that you do have what it takes, that you are in the right place at the right time, and then taking that mindset and going, okay, I know I'm in the right place. The timing with Bravenly is incredible. I've seen the results. I've seen what is possible. Now it's time to go do that for myself. Now it's time to go take action. And if you go back to number one, removing from yourself the option to quit, you get that laser focus of just what's the activity? What are the things that are going to move me from where I'm at to where I want to go? And for some of you, you're going to get to where you want to go faster than you're expecting. And for some of you, you're going to get there exactly when you're expecting. And for some of you, it's going to take you a little bit longer than you were expecting. But at the end of the day, if you're looking at this as a journey and not just a single destination, as long as you stay in those consistent results, you're going, or actions, excuse me, the consistent activity, the results follow that. And it's not getting tied to the emotion and the up and down of any single activity and staying the course. And that's why in Bravenly Nation, you can see we have this AT3 challenge that's happening right now, where we're just having you focus on the activity. Because the cool thing about what we do is it's pretty repetitive and redundant. And I know that seems simple and silly, but we're always kind of looking for that next big thing. But really at the end of the day, what you're doing is you are reaching out to people, posting, sharing, hosting sip and socials, lots of different ways to do it. And you're seeing if they're open to looking at Bravenly. You're making that initial ask. Okay. I used to say to my team years and years ago, you're a professional appointment setter. Okay. Some people say you're a professional inviter. All you have to do is just invite. You're asking people to look through your posts. You're generating curiosity through your sip and socials. You're letting people sample and get a taste for the products and learn some stories. And, you know, obviously through sending messages and asking people if they're open. That's the beauty of what we get to do, is you take them through that AT3. And it's why we have that focus this month in Bravenly Nation on that activity. And so I wanted to come to you today and give you some of those tips from leaders. And there's more that I could say, but it's really important just to focus on that mindset piece first. When you know that you're here, whether you've tried 5 companies before and maybe never hit that end goal that you had, or whether this is your first rodeo and this is your first time, there's the sky is the limit for you here. That is the honest truth, is that you are a part of this at a time when people 10 years from now will be looking back going, oh gosh, how cool would it have been to have been there. Now, it's going to still be a great opportunity in 10 years. That's the beauty of building a legacy company, is you make sure that you always have the most innovative products. You keep the community on point. You stand on your pillars. You've always got the comp plan that's going to matter and that's going to change lives. But there's nothing that's going to quite compare to where we're at right now, being able to be a part of that foundational piece of this company. So I know for some of you, it's a pinch me moment. Oh my goodness, this is the moment so many people have wished that they had. You know, they look at some of the successful companies. You might have heard Garrett McGraw say before, everybody wants to be the first to be second. It's not always easy to be the very first, to be in the first day, which we have some of those people that are probably watching right now. Once again, remember, I can't see all the comments here, but they've been in since the first day. I remember hearing them share on stage at conference going like, we didn't have a product brochure and we didn't really have product testimonials because nobody had really used the product that long. You know, we didn't have tens of thousands of people in the breakthrough group. But you guys get the benefit of being the first to be second, to be a part of it as we're starting to shoot into crazy momentum starting and just watching the numbers this year already having grown beyond our wildest dreams, thanks to you and our incredible customers. But you are here in this season for a reason. Okay, it's no accident that you found this. I always love hearing those stories, by the way. So if you want to give a little shout out in the comments to who introduced you to Bravenly and why you're so excited to have said yes and partner with them, that'd be amazing. You know what other stories I'm always excited to hear about is how many times did you say no? There are so many people that said no to Bravenly, or not right now, not right now, not right now. And when I find out, oh, it took 2 messages, it took 2 videos being sent to me, it took 5, it took 6, it took 10, I was a no for 6 months. Like, I love hearing that because we're reminded that people's seasons change, that life changes, and that, you know, what may not be a fit for someone in one season comes back around and they become open. And so keep those doors open. My advice to you this month is to, number one, embrace what's all happening in August already. The momentum and excitement that people have. People start getting really refocused in August. It was when we hit last August, it was mind blowing to see the growth that Bravenly had. I was like, oh my goodness, this was the biggest month that we had up until that point. I was like, this is remarkable to see what happens as people's kiddos start going back to school. They start wrapping up some of those summer vacations and they get focused going into fall. But it's early in the month. Set those goals, take the action, follow the steps, follow the system, plug people into the groups, plug people into the chats, tag them in the breakthrough and insiders, and just continue that activity. Don't change your mind about your goal when August 18th, 19th, or 20th hit. Don't let your back office decide how much you're going to work, and just know that having an incredible August full of activity, you start reaping those rewards not only in August, but in September and October. And it sets you up for having the most amazing finish to your year. So I promised we were going to do a free product giveaway today. So the question I want you to answer in the comments, and I know you've already put a ton of stuff in the comments, is what's one thing you are going to do today that's going to move your business forward? An action step. Does this mean, is there someone you're going to reach out to? Is there something you're going to invite to? I hope there is. Is there, are you going to reach out and ask someone to host a sip and social? Are you going to book a trip? Are you going to have coffee with someone? Are you going to send 5 messages to people on your team and tell them how much you care about them? Tell them, build a connection and build a relationship. Are you going to make a decision today that you no longer have an end date to your brand partnership with Bravenly, that you are here and you are going to build this, and you're going to, are you going to maybe buy a summit ticket today? And we're going to see you next month in Clearwater Beach for our largest event we've ever had, is happening next summer. What is an action step that you're going to take in your business today that's going to be something that's going to move you forward? Okay. What is that thing? I want to know what that is. And if you're watching this live, excuse me, we're going to draw a name. I don't have a drink by me, so I'm hoping that I don't have this frog in my throat the whole rest of the time. But we're going to draw a name and we are going to send you a free product of your choice. And so thank you for being on here today. I wish I could have seen a little bit more to be able to interact, but I'm going to hop into the comments when I'm done. Thank you guys for being here, for being a part of Bravenly, for being just the thing that's, hang on one second. Thank you for bringing that over. Thank you for all the things that you have done to create what it is. There is a reason that people are talking about Bravenly, inquiring about Bravenly, and wanting to join this, because what we have is something special. You hear Garrett McGraw talk about we're doing worthy work. This isn't your average network marketing business. This isn't your average community. It's not your average comp plan. It's not your average product. This is next level in every single area, and it's because of what we've all been able to do together. So I can't wait to see you in the comments. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Be sure to tag people who missed it. And we will see you guys tonight. I know we've got a Why Bravenly series tonight, so make sure you stay close to this group and see all the activity that's happening. And I will see you on the Brave Nation Zoom on Thursday night, where we will do the company-wide recognition for all things July. And so we'll get a shout everybody out who had achieved their accomplishments and impact achievers and all that good stuff. That's going to be on Thursday night. So check out the events calendar, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.